Hi there, here's a little video that's been created as a simple how-to guide for the control screen of your CollaiDivision music player that you recently had installed. There will be some PDFs that have been emailed to you. You can print those off and use them as guides, but this video will show you a hands-on way that the system works. So first of all, let's take a look at the screen, and there are three main parts of the player, and I'm going to move the mouse into screen at the moment. On the bottom left hand side, where the mouse is moving around now, is the music database. Now this contains a list of all the music that has been assigned by our music team that fits in with the brief agreed at your site. You can see here there's quite a number of tunes. If we just select the top one, we can scroll up and down the tunes. We can search for them by title, by artist, by BPM, by time, by year. If you click title, it will do it A to Z, and if you click it again, it will go Z to A. Similar to artist, BPM, title and year. You can also use a filter in the left hand side. For instance, if we want to type the word boogie, then we can find this boogie track, this boogie track, and this boogie track. In fact, this one has got boogie in the name of the artist. So whatever you type in here will do artist and title as well. For the moment, please ignore these 5 boxes at the top. They bear no function with your system at this time. In the top panel here, you can see these icons that look like iPods. These contain music profiles set by our music team. There are playlists that will play on your system in day parts. So for instance, daytime, early evening, night, late night, close down, etc. And as the day progresses and the clock ticks away, the playlist will kick in automatically. So you don't need to do anything with the system. It will start at the designated time and it will stop playing at the designated time. So there's no real reason for you to interact with the screen for the music to play. Everything will start automatically. You can scroll left to right up here by clicking or sweeping with your finger if you're using the iPad to remote control it from left to right to see what profiles are set. For instance, this is Friday early evening, this is Friday late evening, this is Friday mid-evening, and mid-evening again, daytime mid-evening, Saturday early evening, etc. all the way through. The bottom right-hand panel contains the individual tracks and the player. And these individual tracks have been picked from your database and they show in order what time they will play on your system. For instance, this will be at 17:15, 17:20, 17:26, 17:29, etc. You can, if you wish, remove tracks from here temporarily and change the order and delete tracks as well. For instance, if you want to remove Another Moon by Mirror Science, if you highlight it, you can click delete and it will remove it from this instance of the playlist. That track may appear in another playlist on another day. All you've done is remove it from today's schedule. What you can do as well is you can grab it if you wanted this track to appear at the top. If you click it, and the top, it will go to the top of the list, and when it's finished playing Lafayette, it will then kick in. Or for instance, if you want to move that right to the bottom, it will go to the bottom of the playlist, and that's not going to play until 3 minutes past 8 now. Or you can grab an individual track and you can move it up and down the time schedule as you want. You can also grab the whole thing and shuffle it all, and it will shuffle every single track it's got in that list. You can also search for something and add it into that playlist. Let's go back to our boogie on the left hand side and get Betty for boogie and drag it, and we'll grab this one and we'll drag it as well and put it in there. And that's added it to the playlist and amended all the times as well. If you wanted Betty for boogie to play next and you put it here, then what I would do is move it up one, and then it will automatically kick in when this track ends. Or you can skip this track and then it will come. There is also a function to create your own playlist on here, and we are going to create one now. Down the bottom here, a profile editor. 5 buttons. Let's click new and give it a name, and we are going to call it Sample Funky. And let's find some tracks on the left hand side that we want to put here. Let's put our boogie tracks in. Let's go for something, I know the keyword is Mike, for instance, in there. Let's cancel that out. Let's look for something down this list. We'll just grab these tracks and put them in. There we go. There's all your tracks in the playlist. And if we click save, up the top here, sample funky. Now to start that pre-saved playlist, what you need to do is scroll right to the end, find your sample funky and double click it, and it will say, are you sure you want to load this playlist? You click OK, and there we go. It drops into the player, all the tracks in blue down here. You'll see that around about 20 past 6, it's then going to revert back to where it should be. It's worth noting, when you load the sample funky playlist into the player, it will always load it in the same order that you saved it. This is so that you can create a playlist by default that plays track A, B, C, D, E. If you then want to load it into your player and hit shuffle, it will still play the same tunes but in a different order. Once it's finished playing all those tunes that you've created in your sample funky playlist, it will revert back automatically to where it should be. Thanks very much for watching and listening. I hope this has been helpful. Use it in conjunction with the PDFs that have been sent to you. And if you've got any questions, then always contact us and we can help.